My name's Matt. This is my first session or meeting or whatever we call these things. I've not really given much thought about what I'm going to say. I suppose that's why I'm here. To think. Talk through how I'm feeling, maybe. Share my experience. I'm 24 years old. I'm a mechanic. I live with my mum and dad just outside Glasgow. I've got a little brother and a dog called Cooper. Life seemed pretty basic. No dramas. Until a couple of weeks ago when I was raped. So I've thought long and hard about what happened to me and why it happened. And part of me is still in denial. Ashamed. Maybe at fault. And my friends and my family don't know. I tried to hide it from them, but things with my girlfriend kind of went sour, and I just hit rock bottom. I felt it wasn't good enough for her anymore. I felt I'd let her down. So it was my best pal's 21st. We'd been out to the football and then we hit the town. I had a few too many. Too many pubs. I lost my pals. The battery in my phone had died, so I just walked home. I tried to flag down a taxi, but they must have taken one look at the state of me and thought twice. I cut through the park. It started raining pretty heavily. My feet were just covered in mud. So I go back to the road. I stand under a bus shelter just to dry off a bit. And that's when a car pulled over. I remember these lights, these blinding white lights. So I got in the back, thinking it was a taxi. It even smelled like a taxi. I don't even remember telling them my address. The music was something sleepy. And I could tell from the back of the guy's head he was about 40. But that's with the beer goggles on, so I couldn't say precisely. Then I threw up. All over my jeans. And all over the side of the door. Before I knew it, the car was pulled over. My belt was unbuckled. Jeans on my knees. And I didn't even try and stop him. I didn't even question it. I was just paralysed with the drink. But the shock. After he went down there, I remember my face being pushed down. My face was right in at the carpet. And it happened. I couldn't see anything at that point, but the pain was... I was left at the side of the road. And after a couple of minutes, I managed to get back to my feet. And I figured out my bearings. I just walked straight home, straight in, straight to bed. Just shut my eyes just like it had all been a bad dream. In the morning, came as quick as the night had went. I laid in the bath. I could hear my little brother kicking his football off the garage door, and just every rattle became unbearable. So I dried off, and I put on the mask like nothing had happened. It was my little secret. I didn't tell a soul, I didn't want to acknowledge it. I kept beating myself up over why I didn't try and stop him. I mean, did I say something to provoke him? Was I asking for it? There's just a million thoughts just running right through my head. I'm not gay. Or am I? I mean, did I enjoy it? Was there a part of me that liked it? I couldn't reason with myself. So after a couple of days, my girlfriend, she sensed that something was off. I didn't want to have sex. I couldn't look her in the eye anymore. So one night, I texted her, told her it was over, and then I just withdrew. Stopped going to work. Ignored my pals. I just locked myself away in shame. And most nights, I'd replay in my head what had happened just over and over and over. And I became obsessed. I was questioning my sexuality a lot. I'm here today because I don't want to just keep this in my head anymore. I thought that by saying things out loud, it would make it easier. And I feel it, the relief. Hearing some of you talk today, it's given me a whole new perspective, a whole new mindset. What happened to me doesn't define who I am, doesn't make me any less of a man or a friend or a brother or a son. I was raped. There's this saying I'd live my life by is everything happens for a reason. I'm not so sure anymore.